So now, as the maiden form of the goddess whispers to us of hope and renewal at the festival of Imbolc, it is on a cold February morning that you are invited to step between the worlds and meet this ancient goddess. Brigid is such a beautiful embodiment of the feminine life force. Often see her with her fiery red hair, wrapped in her cloak with such deep green eyes. In her portrait, I often sense her gaze following me around the room. The picture is alive. She breaks into a gentle yet knowing smile. I have felt her warm, tender presence for many years, and at this time of great turning and stirring, as we drift from the dreaming to the awakening, I sense her carrying a basket under her arm, as if she is collecting and gathering the evergreen from the midwinter celebrations. For as long as I can remember, she's been a guide and a constant teacher. For that I give such deep thanks. I give thanks to you, beloved Brigid, beloved goddess, mistress of the hearth, home and flame. I thank you for your presence at this altar side, at this hearth side, and within my heart and within my life. I am humbled, beloved Brigid. Brigid carries a beautiful medicine story of how she got caught up in a huge winter storm, cold and soaked to the bone, and a nearby majestic oak tree being struck by lightning, and half of the oak tree catches fire. And she looks, and out across the landscape, the remains of an old chapel, and she gathers some of those embers from that oak tree, carries it into the chapel and relights the hearth. The priestess is out looking for her, for they know that Brigid is often wandering the landscape, and in fact that her greatest teacher is the land itself. An old priestess, somehow she knew where to go, and she sees the oak tree ablaze, and she sees the chapel, smoke coming from its chimney, and she knows, and she comes in through the door, and there, huddled by the hearth side, by the fire, shivering, is Brigid. And from that day onwards, she knew the importance of tending to an eternal flame, a candle always lit, and it being the message of hope and of light. And this is Brigid's message for us all. Hope being the word that carries, whilst there have been the darkest of days, the land is upholding its promise. There will indeed be longer and brighter days, and so hope lives within us. What stories of hope live within you? What stories of hope can we share around our Imbolc fires, around our Imbolc hearth? Hope can be a powerful force. Maybe there's no actual magic in it, some will say, but when you know what hope you hope for the most, and you hold it like a light within you, you can make things happen almost like magic. Like candles and fires often, not only will you find me in the flames when you choose to look, you will find a spark within yourself. Yet important questions remain. When the world breaks down, how should it be put back together? You have been gifted to be born during a moment in time when the world is ready for the change you are bringing. Now bring that change. energy flows where attention goes? What kind of future are we focusing on? Let's not get swept up in those narratives of fear and chaos. Beloved, beautiful people, let's keep shining. Hold that bright vision. We have always had the opportunity to transform fear into courage, selfishness into kindness, and loss into fresh beginnings. Each one of us can leave a stamp on this world by making our lives meaningful in 1,000 ways, and making the lives of others better than they ever thought possible. So, light a candle and lantern, and each time you do, share this story. Let it anchor your medicine space and become a beacon from which others find and light their way. Breathe life into your people, into your community, and from this flame 1,000 and more fires can and will be lit. Embers that share the same lineage, all fostering culture, stories, all sitting around the one fire, a medicine space that nourishes the land and its people, ushering them into remembrance. There are communities and collectives birthing naturally, organically, that are emerging from the same single fire. They have the same soul, elders, guides and wisdom keepers, all flowing through them, watching over those medicine spaces, whispering to you all, known and unknowingly. But for now, rest, dream and become. Let this soft, gentle flame, let this message bring you back home to the stars and to the land once more.